Good morning, everybody. We are live, and welcome to my review for what was supposed to be Money in the Bank 2019, but after watching All Elite Wrestling inaugural pay-per-view event, Double or Nothing, I decided to change things up here for this historic pay-per-view event, which emanated live from Las Vegas, Nevada on May 25th. Yours truly watched it twice this weekend. The first go-around, boy, was I excited for this pay-per-view. I was really looking forward to seeing what AEW had in store for us wrestling fans, and they certainly did not disappoint. So it's great to be back up here on this Monday, May the 27th, Memorial Day, 2019 in the United States. And before I get into this review, I would just like to pay my respects and tributes to all of those who have served and given the ultimate sacrifice in the United States Armed Forces. Today we remember you for your sacrifices for our great country, the United States of America. So thank you to everyone who went above and beyond, and you will truly always live on in our hearts and thoughts forever. So with that being said, if you're watching live, thank you for tuning in here at youtube.com/DanielGuys412. It is always great to be back up here with you wrestling fans, and be sure to participate in the live chat that will be going on throughout the remainder of this video. And also be sure to participate in my AEW Twitter poll, which can be found on youtube.com/DanielGuys412. The poll will still be open for the next 4 hours. And so far, looking at the results of that poll, we have 13 votes. So thank you to everybody who voted. And 100% thumbs up. So you guys were in agreement here. I thought this was a really strong pay-per-view event. And it felt like a pay-per-view event. It felt like something that was special and important. And, from the stage setup, which I thought was very nice, it showed that they had a budget to work with the Khan family backing. And, TNT throwing money into this as well. You knew you were going to have good production values, which I thought there was some shoddy camera work at times. But for the most part, I'd have to say, I thought the production values were pretty good here for this pay-per-view event. And on commentary, we had Excalibur, Jim Ross, and Alex Marvez. I enjoyed Excalibur and Jim Ross. I thought some people gave JR some flack. There was times where he did get lost, it seemed. But I thought he did, a good enough job. And it's going to take time. Like I said, he's not what he was in his prime, but I still think JR can be a valuable asset. Maybe not so much in regards to commentary, but definitely behind the scenes. For years, he was head of talent relations in WWE, and he made a huge impact for that company. I really thought I liked Excalibur. Alex Marvez really didn't feel like he added that much to the event. So if going forward you just do JR and Excalibur on commentary, I think that would be a nice tandem there. So that's just my brief thoughts on the commentary. Like I said, the arena was sold out. Man, it was great to see a crowd like that. Sold out in minutes when these tickets went on sale. And I, of course, purchased this pay-per-view event. Watched it on BR Live. Had a pretty solid stream. I didn't have any lag. I don't know about you guys out there in regards to any issues when it came to the stream, but yours truly did not have any issues when it came to that. And looking here, we had ring announcer Justin Roberts. It was great to see him back. He was one of my favorites in WWE when it came to modern ring announcers. And, of course, he was let go. So it's great to see somebody as talented as him pick back up and back in the wrestling game. So let's get right into the card here, folks. We had 9 matches total on this card. Did not get a chance to watch the pre-show, but I will, of course, talk about the 21-man casino Battle Royale. Went 60 minutes in length, and the winner would receive a future AEW World Championship match against the winner of the Double or Nothing's main event of Chris Jericho versus Kenny Omega. The order of eliminations here, we had Dustin Thomas. He was eliminated by MJF, who was eliminated by Adam Page. We had Sunny Days, eliminated by Glacier. Brandon Cutler, eliminated by MJF. Michael Nazawa, eliminated by Sunny Days. Isaiah Cassidy, eliminated by Lucharis. Jimmy Havoc, eliminated by Lucharis. Joey Janela, eliminated by Lucharis. Brian Pillman Jr., eliminated by, great to see him in there, Isaiah Cassidy and Mark Queen. Shawn Spears eliminated by Dustin Thomas. Billy Gunn, the one. Billy Gunn, Mr. Ass. Eliminated by Brandon Cutler. Glacier eliminated by MJF. Jungle Boy eliminated by Jimmy Havoc. We had Mark Queen eliminated by Lucharis. Ace Romero eliminated by Jungle Boy. Marco Stunt eliminated by Ace Romero. Sonny Kiss eliminated by Tommy Dreamer, who was another surprise in there. Tommy Dreamer was eliminated by Jimmy Havoc. Orange Cassidy eliminated by Tommy Dreamer. And the winner of the Battle Royale, the 21-man Battle Royale, was Adam Page, who I predicted would, I believe I got that prediction right there, where he would win the Battle Royale. So from the highlights that I saw here, looked like a fun, entertaining, solid Battle Royale. Nothing more to say there. We had Kip Sabian defeated Sammy Guevara in 10-minute singles match. Don't really have any thoughts on that because, like I said, I did not watch the pre-show here. But let's move on here to the main card here. So we kick things off with our opening contest of SoCal Uncensored of Christopher Daniels, Frankie Kazarian, and Scorpio Sky, who I thought looked very impressive in this match. Not too familiar with Scorpio Sky. I'm familiar with Kazarian and Daniels, obviously. They defeated the Strong Hearts of Chima, T-Hawk, and El Lindemann. I thought this was a solid opening match. High-flying, kind of a spot fest at times. There were some really sick moves hitting this match, but the ending came when Daniels and Kazarian hit the Meltzer, best Meltzer ever, for the win. So I thought this was a good match that set a nice pace for the rest of the tone, for the tone of the show. It didn't go too long. Like I said, the match only went 13 minutes and 40 seconds. Didn't overstay its welcome, but I thought all 6 guys were able to get their spots in here, hit their signature moves. And like I said, this is what you want in an opening match. It's fun, quick-paced, gets in, gets out, and accomplishes what it needs to. So I certainly enjoyed this. And like I said, I really thought one of the highlights of this match was Scorpio Sky. I thought he had a pretty solid showing in this match. So yeah, I don't really have any complaints about this 6-man tag. We move on here to what was supposed to be a triple threat, which originally was Britt Baker versus Nyla Rhodes versus Kylie Ray. And then Brandi Rhodes came out and made the announcement that Awesome Kong would be returning to the ring. And it was great to see her back in action. We have not seen her compete since, I believe, 2016. It's been 3 years, and this match became a fatal 4-way, and I thought the women here had a pretty solid fatal 4-way match. And I thought Kylie Ray, she showed great potential in this match as, that underdog, that lovable baby face, almost like a Bayley-type character, where she's just really happy to get in the ring, despite getting the shit beaten out of her. I thought that was kind of funny. Even when Awesome Kong made her debut, Kylie Ray still in there smiling. I thought Nyla Rose had a good showing. Awesome Kong, of course, some sick bumps here on the Tower of Doom spot with all 4 women. That was really nice to see when Kong got up and just flipped them all like an omelet. And towards the later end of the match, Awesome Kong tried to hit the power bomb on Britt Baker to the ring apron, but Baker was able to get out, super kick Kong, and she went right into the speared, Nyla Rose speared Kong into the steps. And, it came down to Kylie Ray and Britt Baker, and Baker super kicked Kylie Ray's in the head, and Baker lifted Ray up and hit the Adam Cole special for the win. So the Doctor, Britt Baker from my hometown of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Great to see her pick up the win here. I actually had the chance of seeing Britt Baker wrestle for AEW. So shout out to that local promotion there up in Akron, Ohio. It is AEW, which is Absolute Intense Wrestling. So that was the first time I ever saw Britt Baker. I've heard of her before, but this was really the first time that I got a chance to see her on pay-per-view here. So yeah, I thought, like I said, all 4 women went out there and they told a pretty nice story in the ring, and it was great to see Awesome Kong. Like I said, that was a surprise to me. So this match went 11 minutes and 10 seconds. We then had the best friends, Chuck Taylor and Trent Beretta. I've seen them before perform, defeat Angélico and Jack Evans in a solid tag team match. Went 12 minutes and 35 seconds here. I'm familiar with Jack Evans and Angélico. I've seen them work in Lucha Underground. And I'm familiar with Trent Beretta and Chuck Taylor. So I've seen them work before in Ring of Honor as the best friends. So yeah, solid tag team match. Like I said, out of all the matches on this show, I'd say it was probably the weakest. But I still thought it was a solid effort. Like I said, these guys were given time to work, tell a nice story in the ring, and the win came when Taylor and Trent hit the Doomsday Knee, and they hit the stuffed Cusher, for the win. And after the match, what was really intriguing here was, the best friends, they hug it out, and Evans and Angélico look like they're going to join them in the ring. Come on, let's shake hands. Let's hug it out. Then I'm not familiar with these guys, so this is the first time I've seen them. They're called the Super Smash Bros, but I obviously know why they didn't call them that. Probably due to the fact of, there's probably copyright there when it comes to Nintendo owning, the rights to that name. So I know why they didn't. They're just like, who is this? What is possible? Who are these people? Like I said, I didn't know who they were, but I thought this was an intriguing way to set up a storyline down the line. Why are they here? Why are these two guys attacking everybody here? What does this mean for the future? But the lights went out, and apparently they called Player Uno and Stupefied were in the ring. Lights go out again. All their henchmen appear around the ring. They attack Angélico and Jack Evans and Chuck Taylor and Trent Beretta. They're all laid out. Lights go out. Boom. So I really like that, that thread that was, put in this match at the end. It's like, oh, where is this going to go? I'm really intrigued to see, and I like that. I like when there's that, storyline that they're going to eventually tell in the near future. So we'll see. We'll see what they're called as well, because they're not going to call them Super Smash Bros. It's just, that ain't going to happen. So, we'll see where that goes down the line, guys. Moving on here to the next match here. We had a 6-woman tag team match, which I really enjoyed. I'm going to try and pronounce these names the best I can. So if I botch them, I do apologize. Aja Khan, Yuki Sakazi, Emi Sakuri, Hikaru Shida, Riho Abe, and Riho Mizunami. I tried my best there, guys. So there was something weird that happened towards the end of the match. So Kong brainbuster Shida, and Sakurai hits a moonsault. The ref counts to, it was 2. The bell rang. The ref says, no, that was 2. Everybody's like, what the hell? You screwed up. You screwed up. And they're just like, what's going on there? So the match continues. She hits the running knee on Sakurai for the win. So like I said, this was a fun 6-woman tag team match, displaying that Japanese, women's wrestling and just something different. I felt like that was the nice thing that was accomplished here on this All Elite Wrestling Double or Nothing show. You had variety. You had everything. You had a Battle Royale. You had a 6-man tag. You had the women's Fatal 4-Way. Tag team matches, showcasing talent internationally. I felt this match was a great showcase of that. I haven't seen any of these women wrestle before, but it was really great to watch them go in there and work their style. And I thought, like I said, another good match on this show. Match went 13 minutes, 10 seconds, so they certainly had enough time to work with. And despite that botch at the end, like I said, this was entertaining to watch. And it was one of the better 6-woman tag matches that I have seen in a while. So kudos to all 6 women involved here. And Hikaru Shida, Riho Abe, and Riho Mizunami pick up the win here. So then we get into my match of the night. And you probably guessed what this was. This was Cody Rhodes defeating Dustin Rhodes in a match that went 22 minutes and 30 seconds. This match, ladies and gentlemen, matches like these are why I am a fan of professional wrestling. This was awesome from start to finish. It had everything in a match that I want to see. It had intensity. It had storytelling. It had psychology. It had brutality. Trust me, when that blood started to flow from Dustin's scalp, from his head when he hit off the, I believe it was the ring post turnbuckle. Somehow he got busted open really, really bad, and it was, I can't remember the last time that I saw that much blood. It was, wow, it added to the match that much more. They didn't stop the match. Dustin, I thought, for looking 50 years old, he had one of his best showings in a long time. And I knew Cody and Dustin would go in there, and they would easily have a much better match than they had back at Fastlane 2015. And like I said, the storytelling, the psychology from Brandi Rhodes getting involved and spearing Dustin, and then Earl Hebner, who was the referee in this match, threw her out. And then DDP picked Brandi Rhodes up and walked out with her. And Dustin's bleeding a bucket here. He gets blinded by the blood. He's trying to fight through it. He keeps falling down. Reverses Cody Rhodes figure 4. Cody takes the weightlifting belt off, but then Dustin's able to get it, pulls down Cody's trunks and spanks him over the ass with it. And Dustin hits a rolling neck breaker. Cody goes low, hits a disaster kick in the crossroads, but Dustin kicks out. And the crowd is just loving every second of this. And Cody picks up Dustin, hits another crossroads for the win. After the match, Cody gets on the mic and says he doesn't want to retire. You're not retiring here today. He says, put your name on the contract to face the Young Bucks next month. Cody's going to face them with a partner of his choosing. And he asks him to be his partner. So we're going to get Cody Rhodes versus the Young Bucks at the next AEW pay-per-view event, which is called AEW Fyter Fest. And this will be on June the 29th in Dayton Beach, Florida. And we already have announced Cody versus Cody Rhodes and Dustin versus the Young Bucks. So that match will be taking place on that show. So that will be really awesome to see. Like I said, this match from start to finish, boy, man. I've watched it twice. I want to go back and watch it again. To me, this was a match of the year candidate. Like I said, to me, it was that damn good. So I'm just so happy they were able to have the match that I knew that they could have back in the day. So, yeah, just really, really good stuff. We then had the presentation of the AEW Championship, and who would come out to the ring but the one, the only, the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be, Bret the Hitman Hart. You heard it first here. The Hitman was here at AEW All Elite Wrestling. That was a surprise to me. I didn't see Bret Hart coming out. When his music hit, the crowd went nuts. I went nuts. I'm like, holy shit, it's Bret Hart. This is unreal. I love it. I just loved it. He invited Adam Page to come down to the ring. Of course, Adam Page won the Battle Royale. And then MJF comes out, and he threatened Page. He said, Bret, watch out, Bret, there's a fan behind you. And then he's just laughing. He's healing it up. He's yucking it up. Actually, on MJF, got some pretty good heat here. Calling Bret Hart an old man, dissing on his catchphrase, says that catchphrase sucks, it's irrelevant. He should have been the one to win the Battle Royale. We then had Jungle Boy come down, and he walked right up behind MJF. We had Jimmy Havoc, and Page throws him into the crowd, and Hart unveils the AEW title. So I thought MJF here really established himself well as potentially, could be a top heel for AEW. I thought he got a really entertaining heel promo, got some good heat, especially digging into Bret and calling him an old man and making fun of Adam Page. And eventually the heel got his comeuppance. So, and the title. Let's talk about the AEW Championship here. I liked it. I thought, compared to the debut of the 24/7 title, which I thought, that was just ugly. No way. But I'm going to screen share this right now with you guys. So just give me 1 second here. So there is the AEW Championship. You can see that right there on your screen. I thought it was a really nice title. Like I said, I like the design. It actually looks like a championship that I would want to wear around my waist. Much better than that Fisher-Price looking 24/7 championship. But there we are, back up here. So it was great to see Bret. he looked like he was doing well. He was enjoying the night there. The one botch that Bret did make was he was like, this belt will be defended at the next pay-per-view or a future pay-per-view down the line. He said, so he kind of jumped the gun there. He said, oh, it's been a while, people. I'm like, we love you, Bret. It's all right. But, and actually, Fight for the Fallen, July 13th is where Cody and Dustin Rhodes will face the Young Bucks. So I did want to correct myself there. That is where that match will be taking place. So that is July 13th. Cody and Dustin will be teaming up. So I apologize for that mistake there. Going back here, we had, after the debut of the belt, we had the AAA Tag Team Championship match. The Young Bucks versus the Lucha Bros. Wow, was this match chaotic or what? I knew this was going to be high-flying, Super Kick City, the Young Bucks, they're known for, excuse me, just going balls to the walls, and it was great to see the Lucha Brothers, Pentagón Jr. and Rey Fénix, who I'm familiar with during my brief time that I watched Lucha Underground. Way too much action here to recap. It was pure craziness, pure chaos, great tag team wrestling. It was a spot fest. It was crazy. And finish game when Fénix hits the ropes. He ran right into the Meltzer driver. And the Young Bucks retain the AAA World Tag Team Championships. Match went 24 minutes and 55 seconds. And like I said, all four guys really pulled out all the stops here. You knew they would. The Young Bucks are known for their high-flying, spot fest type matches. And this certainly was the case. I thought Pentagón, who was hugely over, in Fénix. Man, it was great to see them here. Like I said, good stuff. Good stuff all around right here for this tag team match. And then we move on here to our main event of the evening. It was Kenny Omega versus Chris Jericho, where the winner would face Adam Page down the line for the AEW Championship. This match here went 27 minutes. I thought their Wrestle Kingdom match was better. I thought it was much better. But I still thought this was a solid main event. I have to say it was probably their favorite match of the night there. It was good, like I said. Jericho working over Kenny Omega early on here. There was one spot where Jericho was on the outside. He pulled a table out, and Omega dived over the top rope onto the table. He crushed Chris Jericho. And he double stomped Jericho as well. And Jericho, towards the end of the match, he hit Omega with the code breaker. Omega kicks out. Jericho blocked a V-trigger and locked in the walls of Jericho and transitioned into the Lion Tamer. Omega hit the V-trigger, and he tried to put him into the One-Wing Angel, but Jericho reversed into a DDT, and he hit what he's called the Judas effect. I've never seen Jericho use this before. I'm not sure. Did Jericho just start using it? When was the first time, if you guys are watching live or down below in the comments, that Chris Jericho used the Judas effect? Because I'm not sure. He didn't do it in the Kenny Omega match. I know that. So new move here that Jericho is incorporating into his repertoire. And Jericho picked up the win. So that was kind of surprising to see. I had a feeling Jericho was going to win because I think, they're going to build Kenny Omega up to eventually win that championship down the line. Jericho obviously still a big name. And I thought he had a solid outing here with Kenny Omega. He's 48 years old, He's still one of the best in the world at what he does. And I really like Jericho's entrance here, showing his evolution, of his career here with All Elite Wrestling, showing, when he was the Lion Tamer. The List of Jericho, the Light Up Jacket, and then he came out to Judas. Great song, just a great rock song. Jericho afterwards got on the mic. He says, "You're going to thank me. I want thank yous from everybody in the arena because it wasn't for Jericho. There wouldn't be a TNT deal. They wouldn't have sold out this arena. It's all because of him." And then Jon Moxley, you heard it right, enters the arena and the crowd goes nuts. Jericho's stunned. He's like, "What the hell are you doing here?" And Moxley DDTs, hits Dirty Deeds on Jericho. He then Dirty Deeds the ref, and then he brawls with Kenny Omega. They go up onto the stage. There's a giant poker chip. Moxley picks up Omega and throws him off the the stage, the poker chips, into a bunch of tables after DDTing him. Actually, I should say hit the dirty deeds on Kenny Omega, onto Kenny Omega on the giant poker chip. So that was pure craziness. So I keep wanting to call him Dean Ambrose. Jon Moxley making a surprise debut for Double or Nothing here. What a shocking way to go off the air here. Business is certainly picking up, people. I thought this was an outstanding show. I really did. This was one of the best wrestling pay-per-views I've seen in a while. AEW has certainly rekindled my excitement for wrestling. And I cannot wait to see what the future holds. October cannot get here soon enough. They already have several shows announced coming down the line. They also announced All Out, which will be airing live on August so we have August 31st. All Out will be emanating live from the Sears Center in Chicago, Illinois. So you never know who will show up in Chicago. We'll see. Could it happen? We'll see. So that is my thoughts and opinions, guys, on AEW Double or Nothing. As I said in the title, a historic night in the wrestling industry, and a night you will never forget. So thank you all for watching this video here. Be sure to click my like and subscribe button here on youtube.com/DanielGuys412 for all my latest thoughts. Be sure to check out the interview I did with Rustig Bodumov, my good friend Rustig B. Check that out. It is on my channel as well. We had a great hour-and-a-half conversation. I always enjoy having Rustig here on the channel. Also, be sure to check out the Kane Action Team. That is kaneactionteam.com for the preeminent action stunt team in Akron, Ohio. And be sure to follow me on Twitter at DanielGuys412. Be sure to follow me on Facebook, facebook.com/DanielGuys1994. Links can be found down below in the description box. So that is it, guys, for this review. I want to say once again, thank you all for watching, and have a great rest of your day. Take care, guys.